Hey everybody, welcome back to Moonface Tarot 1111. If you guys are returning, thank you so much for being here. And if you are new, please consider subscribing. Today we are looking at, no contact situation, love messages from your person's higher self. So what do they want to say to you? Communication, even though you guys are not in contact with each other. Okay, so if you guys would like to book me for your own personal reading, as these are general and collective readings, you may do so by emailing me at moonfacetarot1111@gmail.com. All right, let's jump into this. So first message out, we have, is it too late? Have I waited too long? That's a hang up for everybody, to be honest, but only you can answer that question. I always recommend that people don't just sit around and wait. But, of course, everybody has free will. Do you? Have they waited too long? It's completely up to you. No one's ever loved me before. And I think that this speaks volumes because it's not like, a spouse, somebody that I've dated. It's literally no one. No one's ever loved me before. That's pretty deep. If this person has been, in situation after situation and just completely felt unloved, it's their wounds, the wounds of just being abandoned and not being loved, or not being, not feeling loved in every situation that they've been in. They didn't know how to handle it. I should have told you how I felt. Yeah. If they never told you, if they kept you in the dark, now they're having very big regrets about that. I'm working on healing my past so I can show up for you in the way that you deserve. They finally have realized that it's their inner wounds that are causing this never-ending cycle and the reason that they run. Meeting you was like a spark igniting a fire I didn't even know was there. You've awakened parts of me I didn't even know existed. Because you are the light. You shine the light, and that's when they see all their shadows. Okay? So they see all these shadows and then they run. But when they come to realize what's going on, that's when they find the light within them. So you guys you trigger each other, you do, but to heal, you trigger each other for the greatest reason of all. I've realized that love starts with me. I'm learning to respect and honor myself so I can give you all that I am. That's beautiful. And it does. It does start with them. It also starts with you. You have to love you. They have to love them. I can't help but be captivated by you. The way you shine inside and out, it's magnetic because you are the light. I'm lost without your light guiding me. You can't make it up, right? I miss the connection we shared, and I hope we can find our way back when the time is right. This is when you hear people talk about divine timing, okay? So it might not be the time right now, but that doesn't mean that it won't ever come to be. The karmic connection was supposed to teach me lessons, but all it's doing now is weighing me down. So if your person was in a karmic connection with another person, they're finally starting to realize that, it's that what am I doing here moment, right? Why am I still here? Like I'm not happy here. They're not happy here. Like we're literally just making each other miserable, and for what? So I'm glad that they've come to that realization, because then they can take those next steps to get out of that situation and move to where they are happy. I wish I could go back in time. I should have listened to you. So you might have warned this person. You know, if you warned them, maybe they had, you know, family, friends, or just even the karmic situation. I mean, not every situation didn't know that there was another person involved, or two people involved, or however many in your guys' situation. You know, sometimes you know exactly who they went back to. And you could have warned them about that person. Like, this is a toxic situation that you keep finding yourself in. I can see it. Why can't you? I want to know how you feel. Open up and let me in. So yeah, if you've closed the door on them, they're finally to the point where they want to know your feelings on the situation. Like, how do you feel about all of this? Because they've been locked in their head trying to figure out what is going on. Did you really mean what you said? What'd you say to this person? Leave it down in the comments, because I'm curious, you know. But sometimes it's the things that, you know, you do and you say that sparks the awakening in the other person. You know, when you walk away, when you've had enough, when you go, I can't do this anymore and you need to grow up, things like that. I hear you in my thoughts telling me what to do. That is the telepathic bond, okay? Telepathy. You do speak to them. They speak to you. If you listen hard enough, you'll hear them. I want to marry you one day. That's a big commitment, you know, and this person was terrified of commitment. So for them to go, I want to marry you one day, it's showing the progress. Should I reach out? Will you hear what I have to say? I mean, we're going to look into it. I'm going to ask, because you might not think you would, but maybe you would. So if their person reaches out to them, will they hear what they have to say? The Sun. Yes. Yes, you will. I think you're curious as to what they want to say to you. You know, have they changed? I wanted you the first time I saw you. Of course. You guys are like magnets. You'll always be pulled back to one another. They did want you the very first time, but they wanted you in all the wrong energy. That was the problem. I can't sleep. I think of you all night long. That's part of the driving force to get them to heal and get them to do what they are supposed to do. It's the masculine energy that does the chasing, that's supposed to do the chasing, okay? When the energy isn't distorted, they're supposed to do the chasing. I'm healing. You are my guiding light. Yeah, I'm telling you, they watch. If you have social media or if they have some way to watch you, they are watching you. So even if they are not watching you with the soul connection, okay, every time you heal, it forces them to heal. Did you feel the spark? Am I just crazy? Yeah, they don't know how you feel. We've seen that already. They don't know where to categorize this. My ex burned me so bad, I thought everyone was like them. Because no one's ever loved them, right? Seeing how I hurt you still replays in my head. I regret so many things I did and said. I want a family with you. I know you'd be a great parent to our children. I want to marry you. They want to make the biggest investment, the biggest commitment that you can make. Do you love me? Probably. I mean, do you love them? Things are not what they seem. So if you've checked up on them on their social media and maybe you're seeing things that make you think, well, they don't think of me anymore and they don't care, things are not what they seem. I have things to straighten out. It feels like they're like finally being honest. I can't do this anymore. We're going to find out what. What can't they do anymore? What can't they do? The Three of Cups. Okay. The Knight of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Okay, so they can't do the back and forth between you and this other person. If you're dealing with somebody who's dealing with another person, they don't want to do that anymore. They're cutting it out. We've got the Knight and the Queen of Swords here. Look, and then there's the Empress. No, they're choosing the highest road. It's time now that they get out of deceptive energy. You know, you can't run back and forth between people and expect that it never catches up. It does. You speak to me through music. I don't doubt it at all. Will you break my heart? Because so far everybody has, right? I want it to be perfect. Well, then you got to put in the work, right? I effed up huge. Right there. In white and green. They know. I miss the sound of your voice and your laugh. Yeah, no communication with you is driving this person crazy. Here we go. I just can't leave you alone. I'm obsessed. I look up your social media daily. So if you have social media, yeah, they're keeping tabs. No one I thought loved me or cared actually does. I'm learning who I can trust. They've been in a fake world. I never thought a hookup would change my whole life. Whoa. And I just dropped it on the ground. But you guys did see it. Yeah, if that's how you two started out, or if you two were together and then they hooked up with somebody else. Either way it plays, it's changed everything, okay? If they chose another person over you because of that, it was 13:13 when I just looked up at the clock. If they chose another person, that's what messed everything up, okay? And if you two were just casual, just starting like, hey, whatever, they caught feelings, like real, true feelings that they've never felt before for anybody else. So yeah, either way it goes, different scenarios, but major life changes because of it. I'm sorry for hurting you. I was scared of my feelings, so I pushed you away. There you go. Told you. Is there someone else? Have you moved on from me completely? For some of you, there might be. You know, depending on how long this takes. You know, we already had, you know, it's taking too long. Depending on how long this takes, you could move on. You could choose not to stay waiting around for this person. I'm getting clarity about who I am. Up until now, I've lived my whole life a lie. Oh, not a lie. Wow. Okay. A lie. And in the dark. Yeah, they were more concerned about 3D material stuff. The Divine Masculines in these situations usually are. I don't know what to do with all of this. I'm going through a lot. Yeah, definitely. This is the dark night of the soul for this person. They're coming to the awakenings, the harsh realities. okay? Not only about everybody around them, but also all of the parts that they have played in every situation. So yeah, they're going through a lot. And then we do have song lyrics, because we had, I speak to you, or you speak to me through music, but I had already put out the song lyrics, so apparently they're now speaking to you through music as well. It says, "In this world of loneliness, I see your face." They really miss you. I think I dreamed you into life. I've never been jealous, but F it, I'm jealous. You are something that they don't want to share with somebody else. And that's the first time that they felt this way. It could have been, with other people, like, I don't care, whatever. You want to go and do whatever? Whatever. But with you, it is completely different. You are something worth something, when your absence is a loss that they never thought that they would feel. My weakness is you. You are their weakness. Such a risk, but I'm willing to take a chance. I don't want to be lonely anymore. I don't care what they say. I'm in love with you. There you go. That's as plain as day. You don't have to wonder about their feelings. If you're curious, if you're wondering, because you don't hear from them, well, it's in the silence that everything is being worked out. Okay? So have faith. Trust. What is that called? It's trust in the process. There we go. Trust in the process. All right, so I'm going to get charms for, just a little bit of extra. They are very loud, so if you want to lower the volume, do that now. I miss your voice. It's the second time. They miss talking to you. I love you more daily. So even in the silence, is it too late? We're getting asked again. They're really worried. My heart was closed, but you changed me. Yeah. We have the High Priestess. So they're learning to follow their intuition. Maybe they never did before. Maybe they didn't let their intuition guide them. Maybe they just kind of blocked it all off. But now they're opening and understanding that their intuition is going to lead them in the right direction. We have letter R, G, S, C, I, A, B. We have E, T, E, H, N, X, another X, another S, T, L, another S, lots of S's. I miss you. Yeah, they do miss you. I call, but I hang up. What can I do? Another N. Why do I feel like this? Yeah, they can't let you go. And it's driving them crazy. We have Denmark coming through. I know you are the only one I want. Told you, the back and forth, they don't want to do that anymore. We have a bow, Okay, so they could be tying up loose ends right now. And we have a rose, which is funny because, can you see the giant rose on my shirt? Things are blooming. They're blossoming, okay? We have the Egyptian eye. So if you guys have ties to Egypt, ancient Egypt, maybe past lives, things like that. We have Austria, Turkey, Ireland, Paraguay, Algeria. We have Taurus. It wasn't you I was running from, it was me. It was them. They had to figure out who they were. Venezuela, Armenia, Micronesia, Brazil. I'm so lonely. How many times have we had that? I think we've had that now like 3 times. I feel stupid. They messed everything up. Are you still mad? Are you mad? Let me know. Please don't hurt me. You're my happiness. Can we start over? I'm learning who I am. I only hope you can forgive me one day. Like all 3 of them right here. Losing you killed me. Yeah, if you left them, you know, it hurt. All I need is you. Yeah, because they're realizing the people around them are fake. We have Peru, Dominican Republic, twice the Dominican Republic, South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands, okay, China, Barbados, okay, I already did those. We have Marshall Islands, Bahamas, Costa Rica, and El Salvador as well. And then we have the little fairy sitting in the star. So the star is being represented here. There is hope. There is healing that is taking place right now. So it's up to you, you know, whether you want to wait or you don't want to wait. But from what I can see, this person is healing. Okay? And that is what I have for you guys. So if it resonates, let me know down in the comments. And I will see you all soon. I am sending you so much love and light on your journey. Always.